So recently I visited Kodaikanal. It's a beautiful place. Actually, it was not exactly at Kodaikanal. I was at a place at a Zen meditation center. It was a beautiful place with um, lots of trees, beautiful trees. This is my attempt of drawing a tree, and it was amazing. But the one thing that didn't work out in my favor is chocolates. There were so many amazing chocolates that I ate a lot of them, and soon I found myself becoming, transforming from this guy to basically this guy, right? I mean, just a lot of weight. So I'm looking like a cockroach. Okay. So I clearly I need to, I need to lose weight. That's clearly a problem here. But who else needs to lose weight? Who else is a little overweight right now? That's buyer personas. Okay, why are buyer personas overweight? Buyer personas are overweight because marketers and entrepreneurs have basically decided to create these extensive buyer persona documents, and basically if there is a basically we try to bombard information in this document, and we create these really extremely fat buyer personas which definitely want to need to lose weight. And the reason that need to lose weight is because not only are these personas, not only are they overweight, but they're also overwhelming. They're overwhelming because you have so much of information here, like what is the age, and what is the dog that they have, and what is their marital status, and so much and so forth, which has, and many of these things have got nothing to do with the business that you are in or the kind of selling that you do. And so we just we need to get over this. We need to really get over this, and we need to create new buyer personas. We need to understand our audience in a different way, and that's what we will take a look at today. All right. So today's agenda is to create good lean buyer personas so that we have a clear understanding of our audience instead of looking at useless facts. Okay. The first thing that I want you to understand about your audiences is through the Rogers curve. So where are they on this particular curve? Okay, so this Rogers curve, if you have seen it, it basically consists. It is divided into different parts, right? So there are these innovators, okay, who are, let's say, approximately 2.5% of the whole population. Then there are early adopters who lie here. Okay, the early adopters are here. The early adopters consist of close to 13.5%, you can say. Then there is early majority, right? There is late majority. So there is early, late, and then there are laggards. Early majority constitutes of close to 34%, late majority also 34%, and laggards also 16%. Now, what we fundamentally need to establish is that the the fact that when we are marketing to these guys and versus when you're marketing to these guys, it's a totally different game, because innovators are different than early adopters, right? So firstly, let me explain what Rogers curve basically means. It means that if there is a room of 100 people for a specific category that you are in, there will be a few people who are very open to new ideas regarding that category, right? And then there will be few people who are not very open to new ideas, but they will follow if it is proven. So they are the early and the late majority, and then there are laggards who basically just follow the trend because that they're forced to. So an example that I give is that if you're in a restaurant with 100 people, sorry, if you want to, if you have 10 people, 10 of your friends, I would argue that if you decide to go to, let's say, a restaurant, so let's say approximately maybe, I don't know, 2.5%, right? So maybe approximately one of them, or if I club both of these together, maybe a couple of your friends would want to try a new place. Most of your friends would want to try a proven place if for going out for dinner, and the others would probably have no opinion, or they would reluctantly follow any place that these guys have decided. So that's the Rogers curve. Now, why is Rogers curve important, or for your business, why is it so necessary to understand who you're marketing to? Because the marketing that you do to these guys is completely different to the marketing that you do for for these guys. The marketing that you do for innovators is basically going to be cutting edge, because these guys like new ideas. They like something that is unproven. They like when it is rough. Okay, if you remember early days of Apple, people liked what is imperfect. But these, early adopters, if you're marketing to them, they want something that is proven, and your messaging will be different for early adopters versus the messaging that you do for early majority, because like I said, they have different mindsets. So the first question to ask your audience, and before you create the personalized to, is who are you marketing to? Are you marketing to the early innovators, or are you marketing to the early majority? And now, fun fact, okay, the fun fact, and this is super important, okay, this fun fact is that if you are starting out, chances are that you are basically only marketing to early innovators and early innovators and early adopters. That is your target market if you're starting out, right? And so, just remember that this could be the audience that you are reaching out to, and so create your marketing accordingly. All right, different audiences need different marketing. Okay, now that we are done with the first part, the second part that I want to talk about is psychography. So whenever, we create a persona, what are the things that we mention? So we basically start with demography, right? And that demography basically means, okay, what is the age and a location, and let's say income of the audience, and stuff like that, right? Now, these are, as you can see, these are hard facts, right? These are hard facts, and the reason they're hard facts is because I can touch and feel them, right? I can prove with data that, okay, my audience is in the age of, let's say, whatever, 35 to 42, are staying in San Francisco, have an income of, let's say, $100,000, whatever that is. I can prove it with hard facts, or I have some substantial data, or I can touch and feel these facts. But most of the marketers, or most of the entrepreneurs, they basically forget that you're also talking to someone who has beliefs, underlying beliefs, which can't be touched and felt, and those beliefs are basically psychographics, right? Psychographics are extremely important to understand, because like I said, they cannot be expressed through hard facts, and they instead need to be, we need to be a little emotionally intelligent when coming up with these beliefs. For example, if I am marketing to entrepreneurs in my city, yes, it is important for me to know the location of them, right? Maybe it is also, to an extent, maybe it is important for me to know their income, but their age not so much. So why should I bother about age? Instead, the beliefs are more important to me. So for example, maybe I want to reach out to entrepreneurs who are very aggressive. Maybe that's my target market. Or I want to reach out to market entrepreneurs who are not aggressive but believe in slow growth, for example, right? I mean, that could be one of the ways in which I mean, that those are the kind of people that I want to target, which is slow growth. And my messaging for slow growth entrepreneurs is going to be super different than my messaging for aggressive entrepreneurs. So again, to repeat this point, psychographics are important, the beliefs are important. What does your audience believe in? Do they have capitalistic philosophies, or do they have communistic philosophies? Do they believe in exercising, or do they not believe in exercising? Do they what kind of political views they have? Again, I'm not saying all of these are important. I'm saying some of these beliefs could be important, which are relevant to your business, and it's extremely necessary to know what those beliefs are, right? So don't just depend on demographics, also depend on psychographics. And the last part, when it comes to defining your audience, is demographics, but not just any demographics. We need demographics which are lean demographics. Okay, so what are lean demographics? Lean demographics, so typical audience persona, basically we bombard with information. We write age, location, this, that. Do they have a blog? Are they married? Where do they get married? Do they watch Friends? Do they watch Seinfeld? And all of these things. None of this is needed. I mean, most of the things that are mentioned here, we don't need them. We don't need fat demographics. We instead need lean demographics. What is lean demographics? Well, lean demographics are basically they are demographics which are relevant to your business. So for example, if you are selling something which is age specific, right? If you want to specifically target 20 to 25 people aged between 20 to 25, then yes, please mention it. But you don't need to mention what kind of TV series they watch, or what kind of a dog that they have. It's this is just not relevant at this point of time. So don't overwhelm your own organization and yourself with these facts. They just don't matter. So we rigorously cut down, and we only figure out, or we only talk about uh, demographics which are lean, which add value to our understanding of the audience, right? So to summarize, traditional buyer personas are extremely overweight. We kind of need to trim them into something smaller. How do we do that? One, we rely on psychographics, not just demographics. We rely on, sorry, my bad. Number one is figuring out where they lie on the Rogers curve. Are they early innovators? Are they early adopters? Are they early majority? Because the marketing that we do for all of them is going to be different. Okay, pro tip is that most of the time when we're starting out, we are focusing on early innovators. These are the guys who want something which is raw, which is proven, and that's why sorry, these are the guys that want something raw and not something proven. That is number one. Second is psychographics. So we want to understand the underlying beliefs of people. We want to know what kind of emotional beliefs that they have. Are they aggressive? Are they do they believe in soft growth, like a slow growth, like I said? Or are they supporting this political party or that political party? Again, I'm not saying we need to know all their beliefs, but we need to know beliefs that are important to us. But this is the information that we can't touch and feel. There is no data, or there is no evidence for this, so we have to be emotionally intelligent to find these out. And lastly, we need to have demographics, like you can see on the screen, but not any demographics, only lean demographics that are extremely crucial for our business. All right, that's it. I need to get into shape, so I should go for a run now, but I hope you find this useful. Thanks.